Good Tuesday morning, YouTube. How you guys doing today? So, this Tuesday morning, I figured I have something really, really nice to bring to you guys. Last week was a very trying week. We witnessed the execution of an innocent black man by the name of Nathaniel Woods. We witnessed a group of black teenage boys, physically assault and beat up a 15-year-old black girl on a street in New York. And we've got all of this negative stuff, all these gender war issues going on right here online in the land of YouTube. Good morning, Cloud. I'm so glad you're here. And we've got so much negativity going on in our community when it comes to, black men and black women. Well, this morning, and Cloud, you might like this story. So this morning I figured we talk about a WNBA star, a female basketball star. She plays for the Minnesota Lynx. Her name is Maya Moore. Maya Moore took time out of her life at the height of her career to step away from her, star power, her star career. At the highest point of her career, this black woman stepped away to help a black man, a family friend, be freed from a Missouri prison. And I want to share that story with you guys because, a lot of the times we don't, a lot of black men feel that like their black women, don't help them, don't support them. Of course, we always talk of, and we black women know that we always, have the back of many of our black men. It's just the fact that we won't, stand for their nonsense, but we know that we are the backbone. Even if they don't want to admit it, they know that we are the backbone. And this is just a perfect example, a very, feel-good story, an uplifting story of how a black woman can help a black man. Do you see? It chose to help a black man. A black man, she's not in a relationship. A black man that's technically not even in her family. He was just a family friend. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Let me say my good mornings, and we're gonna read this article. Okay, and then after this, just let me say I'm going to come back with a series of speeches, like 1.5 speeches from our elder Malcolm X, because that we know that the best way, I feel that the best way for us to learn our history is to hear it from our, historical ancestors, right? And so let me say good morning to everybody. Y'all be looking out for that video because I found a series of speeches from Brother Malcolm X where they weren't televised, but they were still recorded by his friend, and they're very interesting. But anyway, let me say good morning. Good morning, Kings Mina. Good morning, Cloud. Once again, Jacob, Joe, good morning. Good morning, Kings Mina. Short Sassy Queen. Good morning, Queen. Asha Walker. Good morning. Jackie of all trades. Good morning. Hey, Jessica. Hey, girl. Hey. And so, good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. We know that we are small, but we are powerful over here. Do you see what I'm saying? Us few porch watchers that are still. Thank you guys. Just let me say so much for hanging in with me. Via my transition. I could no longer, deal with hey, making it happen, Manny. Deal with the the everyday onslaught of drama. You know what I mean? And so I was like, you know what? Just let me change over. But thank you guys for sticking with me. I know, for instance, Claude has been with me from the beginning, from back in the day. Okay, we done went through many flip modes and changes around here, but child, we still standing. Okay, honey. Anyway, let me screen share with you guys. And I'm so glad to see you guys this morning too, by the way. I just feel really good about this story, and I really want to share it with you guys. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's directly in the face of these he-man woman haters that say they hate the black woman. They want to see her destruction. She don't do nothing for me. I'm divesting away from her. Do you see what I'm saying? But this I feel good about this story because it proves to you all when I tell you guys that the black woman is the only one that truly has the black man's back. Okay? But anyway, let me share my screen and we'll read this story because I'm excited about coming back and letting you hear this speech from Brother Malcolm X. Let me get my party started right here and we will pull it up and we will read this story together. Okay? That's what we're going to do this morning. This Tuesday morning, child. Yes, we are. Okay. Give me a few seconds here. It ought to pop up. I'm so glad Cloud is here so he can try to monitor the chat for me. Okay, here we go. We have launched. We have lift off. Yes, we do. So, the title of this article states that WNBA star Maya Moore helped overturn his conviction. Quote, she saved my life. The article goes on to state that a judge in Missouri overturned the ruling against Jonathan Jones, who Moore and others said was wrongly sent to prison for burglary and assault. This good-looking brother right here is the Honorable Jonathan Irons. Okay, and under his picture, there's a caption that states, "She saved my life, and I cannot say it any better than that." And that is a quote from Jonathan Irons himself. Jonathan Irons said of Maya Moore in a phone interview. Okay, that's what he said. She saved my life, and I can't say it no better than that. All right, so let's read what happened to Mr. Moore. Okay, it says that. It says that a Missouri inmate whose appeal of his 50-year sentence for burglary and assault has been backed by the WNBA star Maya Moore had his conviction overturned by a state judge on Monday. Let me read that again because it was choppy. And I'm like, what the world? What? A Missouri inmate whose appeal of his 50-year sentence, 50-year sentence, that's why I had to read it again. I'm like, what, 50 years? That's tantamount to a life sentence, in my opinion. A Missouri inmate whose appeal of his 50-year sentence for burglary and assault has been backed by the NBA star Maya Moore had his conviction overturned by a state judge on Monday, just yesterday, y'all. Okay, that is awesome. The article goes on to state that before a packed courtroom in Jefferson City, Judge Daniel Green capped months of review by issuing a ruling that vacated the guilty verdict of the victim, Jonathan Ayers, and ordered that he be released from the maximum security prison where he has been behind bars for the last 23 years. He has been in a prison, guys. Mr. Jonathan Ayers, the victim, has been in a maximum y'all in Missouri for 23 years of his life. Okay. Wow. There's a caption by Miss Moore. Maya Moore lived in Jefferson City for 23 years. She saved my life, and I cannot say it any better than that. All right. So June 30th, 2019, the article goes on to state that tears welled up in Moore's eyes as she sat in the front row, surrounded by nearly 20 members of her family and friends. Quote, she saved my life, and I cannot say it any better than that. He said, describing the moment in a brief interview shortly after hearing, shortly after the hearing. Oh, wow. Okie dokie. Can you guys hear me now? I don't know what happened. I'm sorry about that. That is crazy. Cloud, hit the one if you can hear me, or even if you're still online. You can hear me? Okay. I don't know what's. Child, you know this stream, you ought to be tripping. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. So, guys, I'm gonna try to pull up the article again, and I don't even know how far I got in the article, but we'll start over. Okay, I am so sorry. Thank you. This StreamYard is crazy. It's not even my computer this morning. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Thank you, Jessica. Thank all you guys for not leaving. Sometimes StreamYard does this. I don't know why. I am so sorry. That is crazy. It just messes up your whole live stream. It is really weird. Anyway, let me try to pull it back up, child. Well, since Cloud here, what I will do, maybe if I don't, because y'all know I have problems sharing the screen or whatever, and maybe just let me read the article to you guys, while you guys are still here, okay? Y'all saw what he looked like. Let me pull up the article on my phone since I got cloud being a monitor for modded for me. So let me find the article on my phone. Give me 1 second. Yeah, yeah, it has been tripping on several players. Is that right, Jessica? It's been tripping on. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but people pay for this. I pay for this, and they really need to work out the bugs because it's really irritating. Like it messes up your whole live stream. If you guys will give me a minute, though, I'm going to pull up the article on my phone and read it to you guys, okay? Because I was so happy to hear about what Maya Moore did. She did not have to take the time out of her life or her budding career in order to help this black man, that ain't even no kin to her. She ain't in no relationship with him or nothing. Do you see what I'm saying? I really want you guys to hear this. So I pulled up the article on my phone. So I'm just going to read it to you guys, okay? And sorry about that once again. But I don't want to start the stream over because, okay, so let me read it again. Okay, we'll start from the top if you guys don't mind. Okay. The title of the article says WNBA star Maya Moore helped overturn his conviction. She saved my life. And I know we got that part, so we're going to start it all over again, okay? The article reads as follows. A judge in Missouri overturned the ruling against Jonathan Irons, who Moore and others said was wrongly sent to prison for burglary and assault. The article goes on to state that a Missouri inmate whose appeal of his 50-year sentence for burglary and assault has been backed by the WNBA star Maya Moore had his conviction overturned by a state judge on Monday, just yesterday, guys. Once again, just to recap, before a packed courtroom in Jefferson City, Judge Daniel Green capped months of review by issuing a ruling that vacated the guilty verdict of the victim, Jonathan Irons, and ordered that he be released from maximum security prison where he has been behind bars for 23 years. The article goes on to state that tears welled in Moore's eyes as she sat in the front row, surrounded by nearly 20 members of her family and friends. Quote, "It felt so surreal," she said, describing the moment in a brief interview shortly after the hearing was over. Quote, "We finally have justice." Quote, "I was just thinking, did this really happen? Did it?" The article goes on to state that Moore, who in early 2019 stunned the basketball world by announcing a hiatus from her career, in large part to help Irons, the wrongly convicted man, guys, and was quick to note that the case is not over. The Missouri Attorney General's office and prosecutors in St. Charles County, where the crime took place, now have 45 days to decide whether to appeal or retry the case. In that time, Irons' lawyer will seek to have him released on bond. And I think that's where we stopped. That's where the thing went out, but I hope he gets released on bond. The article goes on to state that whenever he gets out, Moore plans to be there. In January, the 30-year-old star of the Minnesota Lynx, one of the best players in basketball, announced that she was extending her leave from the game for at least another year, skipping another season from the Lynx, and a chance to play in the Summer Olympics in Tokyo. Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh, wow. She reiterated Monday that she did not regret taking a break from basketball. Quote, "It is so sweet to see the redemption that came from stepping away and giving what I had to this case," Moore said. Quote, "It feels like we are holding up the Final Four trophy, but there are still a couple of steps." Wow. Irons, now 40, the wrongly convicted man, Irons, he's now 40. It says grew close to members of Maya Moore's family through the volunteer prison work and ministry in the early 2000s. Moore met Irons in 2007 when she was about to begin what would be a stellar career at Connecticut, where she led her team to a pair of NCAA titles. The two have been close friends ever since and share a sibling-like bond. They're like brothers and sisters. Moore began speaking out for Irons' release over the last several years. Irons, born into severe poverty, was 16 years old, guys. 16-year-old black boy was 16 when the crime for which he was convicted occurred. He was prosecuted for burglarizing a home in a St. Louis suburb and assaulting the homeowner with a gun. There was no corroborating witnesses, fingerprints, DNA, or blood evidence connecting Irons to the crime. Prosecutors claimed that Irons admitted to breaking into the victim's home. Irons and his lawyers denied any such admission. The officer who interrogated Irons did so alone and failed to record the conversation. Sound like a setup, right? The article goes on to state that Irons, who is African American, was tried as an adult and found guilty by an all-white jury. Judge Green's decision Monday hinged on fingerprint evidence that had not been divulged by prosecutors in Irons' initial trial. Wow. The fingerprints found inside a door that would have been used to exit the house did not belong to Irons or to the crime victims. Kent Gibson, Irons' lawyer, argued that the state had withheld that evidence, which could have shown someone else was responsible for the crime. Wow. The article goes on to state that speaking over the phone from prison, Irons said he began crying, jumping, and shouting as soon as he had heard the news. Quote, "It feels like I can just breathe, like the weight of the world is off me." Wow. Like I have a chance to live. This is what lawyers, the victim, Mr. Irons, the inmate said over the phone. It said like he can breathe, like he got a chance to live, y'all. Now remember, he was convicted at the age of 16. He is now 40 years old. He spent his whole entire adult life in jail to this point. The article goes on to state that asked about Moore. He was succinct. He said, quote, "She saved my life. I would not have the chance if not for her and her wonderful family. She saved my life, and I can't say it any better than that." Unquote. Wow. That is awesome. That is the end of the article. Wow. Wow. That is incredible. This woman, Miss Maya Moore, wow. I'm really kind of at a loss for words. She didn't have to do what she did. She is not any kin to this man. She is she's not in a relationship with this man. You know, her family, you know, was working in prison ministry when they met this man in the early 2000s, and they grew to love him. You see what I'm saying? She sees him as a brother, and she really wanted to help her brother. I think that is awesome, and that is the reason why I want to share this this wonderful news with you guys this morning. And because, like I said, we have so much negativity coming out, so much propaganda, you know, coming out about our community. You know what I mean? It's nice to hear something good every once in a while. Do you see what I'm saying? It's nice to see our brothers and sisters working together. It's nice to see our phenomenal women, you know, doing their part for social justice, because we know, you know, that black men have it hard in this country. But I think that sometimes black men do themselves a disservice by trying to push the sisters to the wayside. Do you see what I'm saying? By you know, spreading false propaganda themselves against us black women. Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, we are the only line, we are the last line of defense, okay, for the black man. And I truly believe that. You know, and that is why I wanted to share, whether they want to believe it or not, or even agree with it or not. We know that many times that is the truth, because we are the only ones that have their back at the end of the day. And they know that, whether, like I said, whether they won't admit it or not. But this is just a shining example of that. I'm going to get out and let me read some of you guys' comments before I go. Cloud said, "It's funny how there's little fanfare." That's right, Cloud, about this. But let Kim Kardashian, right, have decided to do this. I know that's right, Cloud. Now Kim Kardashian had played a part about this, honey. It'd have been front page, okay. But you got a WNBA star by the name of Maya Moore that's done, you know, stepped away from her career and money for 2 years to help an innocent man, somebody that is not no kin to her, somebody that she's not in a, relationship with, somebody that her family met doing prison ministry. She helped this man. I know that I feel like her family was sent to this boy. He was 16 years old, spent all his adult life in jail, and along comes a phenomenal woman like Maya Moore, and plays an integral part of him being free. That is awesome. That is awesome. But ain't it funny? I know that's right. Pink Pill. Pink Pill said, I needed good news this morning. Cloud says, Jessica said, wow. Manny said, amazing. Jessica said she went out of her way. That's right. And dedicated time from her life to help this man. That's right, Jessica. And I think that is awesome. Cloud said, I disagree with you. The black woman is the only line of defense for the black man. Thank you, Cloud. Amen, brother Cloud. That's why we love you, Cloud. Because, honey, Cloud be speaking the real. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm like you, Pink Pill. I needed good news this morning, too. We got so much stuff going on in the world. Stuff is always popping out. But like Cloud also said that if this had been a Kardashian freeing this man, it would have made front page news. Do you see what I'm saying? I came across this article actually looking at the Good Morning America, looking for information about the coronavirus. That's how I came across this story. Other than that, I wouldn't have heard of it. It was briefly mentioned on that show. But had it been a Kardashian, like Cloud said, it'd have been all kind of fanfare. It'd been splattered across, every news station and all of this, all that. Because we know that a lot of times people have these savior complexes and they don't want you to see us helping us, especially our black men helping our black women. Because, from everybody from Snoop Dogg to the Black Manosphere, speaks out against, black women. Do you see what I'm saying? And but when you see us working together, when you see a woman, going out of her way, to end. To help him in any way she can, including using her star power and her money. Do you see what I'm saying? Because this man been in jail for 16 years. All right. And so, yeah, I think it's an awesome thing. Where is her advocacy? What do you mean by that, Lovely Day? What do you mean by where is her advocacy? If you can, I don't understand your question. Just could you put it in a different way? Or where is her advocacy or doing anything to support her? I don't understand. Or doing anything to support her. I don't understand, Lovely. I'd be happy to answer your question if you can make it make sense for me. But anyway, guys, I really did want to share this with you guys. Yeah, I think it's awesome. My hats off to Miss Maya Moore, Miss WNBA. Do you see what I'm saying? Good for her. God bless her. Jessica said the media controls narratives to their liking. You're right, Jessica. Not the good of society. That's why we know that so many times, that the people working hard go unnoticed. That they want the world to think that our community, the black community throughout the diaspora is in shambles. We are only against one another. None of us are ever for, each other. But that is not the truth. But that good work that is going on, just like Jessica said, that goes unnoticed. It's not publicized. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that's the reason why I want to shine a light on this subject, because this is a good thing. Jessica said that man that was just wrongly put to death, right, should have been a reason for them to speak about. That's the way I felt, Jessica. Because like I said, Nathan Woods was put to death. An innocent man was put to death last week. And I felt the way about it. I was beside myself all day. But that is the reason, exactly one of the reasons why I want to come back and share this wonderful thing, with you guys, because it is a good thing, but we know that we have so many people, wrongly convicted, in prison right to this day. Many of them would never get out, and see the light of day again. How many people, it's no telling how many people that we have in prison that went in prison before they were 18, because Jeremy Irons here, it says he was convicted as an adult at 16 years of age. He is now 40 years old, and just now getting his conviction overturned. He's fought, so he spent all of his life, all of his adult life in prison. And I hope that they won't retry the case. I hope that they will let him out. They presented new evidence. They hid new evidence. They set the boy up. Clearly, they set him up. You know, and it's just not cool. It's so unfortunate. You know, and so anyway, I want to share this with you guys. I won't hold you guys too much longer. I'm sorry that the StreamYard went out and I had to start reading the article again. But I really wanted to, start this over and let you guys, hold on a minute. That you guys, we don't need no negative Nellies in here this morning. I am happy that this happened. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, and please hit the like button on your way out the door. I'm going to get out of here, guys, because I have to come right back. And thank you for saying that, making it happen, Manny, because I'm going to come, right back with like I said, a rare speech from our elder, Malcolm X. And he's speaking on a lot of things. He's speaking on something that I had never heard before. Do you see what I'm saying? This speech is not widely known. It is a rare speech. It was not televised. Do you see what I'm saying? But it is a part of history, and I want to share that with you guys too. Okay, because the best teacher of history are the historians themselves, not the historians, but the people that actually made the history themselves. Okay. And so, yeah, I don't want to dissect it and tell you what he said or explain to you in my words what he said. I would rather let you hear the words of Brother Malcolm X for yourself. Okay. That's the way I do it around here. You got a lot of people around here, they will bring up something and they will put their own spin on it. Me, I just like for you to hear it for yourself and draw your own conclusion. I like to present it to you. That's the way I do it. I am never a teacher. I am always a student. And when I get on here and share a piece of history, that is us learning together. Okay, so you guys, I hope you guys will come back in a little bit. I'm going to try to come back by 10 o'clock, between 10 and 10:30. His speech is kind of long. It's like maybe over an hour long. Hope that you guys will come back and listen to the words of the Honorable Malcolm X, because he is the best teacher for his work himself. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, love you guys. You guys have a nice day. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there with me and supporting me. It means so much to me. We are small over here, but we are mighty. Okay. Because guess what? Everything ain't for everybody. Okay. I'm just saying. It was a beautiful story, Jessica. Thank you. I'm going to get off here. And like I said, I'm going to be coming right back. So you guys look out. Hopefully, we're not going to worry about sharing the screen because I'm going to play it on my phone. So I got to let my phone charge up a little bit. Because StreamYard be tripping. Anyway, and we're going to take it from there. I hope Cloud comes back so he can mod for me. I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to smile at somebody. And never, ever, ever forget to love your beautiful melanated self. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Peace.